Justin here, aka the Unforgiven 08, and we're here this week again, week 2 of my Black Friday series, looking at Xur and what he's got. So let's just dive right into it here. We have the Helm of Inmost Light, Titan exotic helmet. Not bad if you're using the Striker subclass. It does provide Death from Above and Headstrong automatically, which really lets you kind of mix and match the other perks from those categories. So it is a strong Fist of Havoc class. You also get Invigoration, which reduces melee cooldown every time you pick up an orb. Obviously increased defense and increased melee speed. So not too bad, but I'm gonna hold off, or recommend holding off anyway, since there are a brand new line of exotics just around the corner. Celestial Nighthawk is a Hunter exotic helmet, which is very, very strong for PvE, and we'll get to that with its namesake perk in a minute. We have Ashes to Asset, which will give you super energy when you kill an enemy with a grenade, which isn't too bad. It would be better if it were for a class other than the Hunter, but luckily the Gunslinger does have decent-ish grenades for PvE, so it's not that bad. Inverse Shadow, which increases your super energy from killing minions of the darkness, very good. And its namesake perk, Big Game, which gives you 6 times damage and keyhole on one single golden gunshot. Great for bosses, great for nightfalls, or really anything that might have a solar burn to it. If you're looking for a strong Hunter exotic, then actually I would recommend picking this one up, because you never know when it might get that year 2 upgrade, and it's just a good thing to have, so that way you can upgrade to a year 2 if it does become available. The Apotheosis Veil is a Warlock helmet, and I guess we're just in a helmet theme here. This is kind of, I don't want to say crappy, because there are a lot of Warlock exotics that are just really good, so this one just kind of gets pushed to the back. You have Serpent's Tail, which will give you causing damage with a melee, reduces your grenade cooldown. Then obviously upgrade defense. Infusion, which gives you health each time you pick up an orb, not so bad. And its namesake perk, Private Reserves, gives you health regeneration on activating your super. And this can be useful in PvE or PvP, but overall there's going to be a lot better options, so I would not recommend picking this up, especially so close to year 2. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen, quite possibly the worst exotic in the game, especially considering patch 2.0 is already hit, which, by the way, I will be doing a first impressions video on very shortly, so stay tuned for that. But doesn't it seem almost fitting that the Noland Beyond is the final exotic weapon that Xur will be selling in his year 1 inventory? I mean, that's almost funny. So yeah, Noland Beyond. A lot of you probably know this as the worst exotic in the game. It might be the worst exotic in the game by far now that Necrochasm has been significantly buffed. But I don't know, they said they realigned the sights. Maybe it's better. I haven't had the chance to try it yet. So there's only 3 reasons I can think of for buying this. 1, you're a collector of exotics and want to have them all. 2, you're a really good sniper and you can actually poop on people with this. Or 3, you just feel like trolling people in the Crucible. So let's go ahead and look at some of the perks it has. Right off the bat, I mean, you know, this leaves for some interesting combinations. You could run Sniper Rifle Shotgun. Rocket is a primary weapon. Nothing really that surprising in the sights, especially because it has iron sights, so nothing fancy there. Mulligan will give you a chance to return ammo directly to the magazine if you miss. Not terrible. This whole little perk tree, obviously the only one really worth using unless you're trying to quickscope, is Flared Magwell to reload faster. Its namesake perk is the Master, which increases precision damage and kills briefly increased damage against your next target, which, you know, isn't bad for Crucible. Like I said, this was supposed to have gotten a buff, and then you have your damage upgrades. But overall, I would not recommend wasting 23 strange coins on the Noland Beyond this close to year 2. Then we have an exotic body armor engram. And notice, too, that Xur has a lot less here compared to usual, so maybe this means he'll be getting more things for year 2? Who knows? It's just Plasma and Emerald Coil upgrades for your Sparrow, which I would hold off on, because any of you year 1 players, you'll be getting a free legendary Sparrow this coming Tuesday when the Taken King drops. So I'd hold off on that, and then a heavy synth or a material exchange. So that's been Xur's inventory for the weekend of September 11th to 13th, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. Really helps me out a lot. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.